Hi everybody, it's good to have you back. In today's lesson, we're going to focus on reading. We're going to talk about what is the difference between the academic training and general training when it comes to reading. We're going to also talk about reading general tips and tricks. So reading is one of the challenging parts of the test, especially for academic students. There are many reasons why this is happening and why people struggle with the reading part of the test. One being the time, as we will discuss in a few seconds. Time is a big issue when it comes to reading. There are a lot of questions. There are 3 passages that you need to cover and answer the questions. All of these make this part of the IELTS exam a bit tricky. But don't worry, there are many skills that you can obtain, which will help you eventually improve your score. And improving the reading section is really important for you if you want to score anything higher than 7.5 or 8. You need to consider scoring really high for the reading section. And if you're planning to get over 8, reading must be one of those parts that you get an 8.5 or 9. So make sure that you dedicate enough time for this. I always tell my students that reading is the core skill in English, and those who read more are better at a language. So if you read more in Russian, in Persian, in Turkish, you're better at that. If you read more in English, you're better than somebody who doesn't. So reading really helps you, and we will talk about a few ways that you can practice as well. But let's talk about the reading itself, the format, and what kind of questions you will see, and then we will get into some of the tips and tricks. So, as we talked about this previously, reading is 60 minutes, and there are 3 passages, and we dedicate 20 minutes for each. So don't forget about the rules of 20-20-20. I will tell you why this is important. For the academic test, the passages are taken from academic sources. For general test, the texts are sourced from everyday materials like newspapers and magazines and brochures and catalogs. So by the end of the day, those who are taking the general test have an easier job to do, but their scoring system is a bit more strict. So for example, if you want to get a 9, you have to have no mistakes, but academic students can have 1 mistake, 39 out of 40, and get a 9. So IELTS is trying to make sure that everything is within a standard framework. But as far as you're concerned, you should know what kind of text you're dealing with and make sure that you expose yourself to more of them when you're practicing or when you're reading casually. So 60 minutes, 40 questions. Let's get to some of the tips and tricks. I'm going to show you a test as well, and we're going to cover each important on this particular test. The first thing that you should work on, and I'm sure everybody is struggling with, and that's completely natural, is time management. As mentioned previously, there are 3 passages and 40 questions. So as you see, this is passage 1, questions, passage 2, questions, passage 3, questions. Computer-based students will see the text on the left and the questions on the right, but it's the same content, same level of difficulty. So that 20-20-20 rule is very important. A lot of people, they heard that, okay, first part is easier, so they try to spend less time on first part or more time on the second part. No, don't do that. It's the first part of the test, you're getting warmed up. So spend 20 minutes for this. The test is really standard. 20 minutes based on the type of questions or all the skills that we will discuss later, you will manage your time and you will try to cover the text and answer the questions within that 20 minutes. This is the most important time management tip. The second thing that's very important, regardless of the questions, are ignoring words that you don't know. So if you don't know a word, if it's too complicated for you, try to guess it, ignore it, just keep going. Don't freeze, don't get stuck on one particular word or one particular question. Even if a question is taking a lot of time, just let it go, come back to it later. But make sure you manage your time. You are in a 20-minute box for this questions. Part 1, as you see, has 13 questions. Part 2 has 13 questions. The last part has 14 questions, but this doesn't matter. All you have to know is that the rule is 20, 20, 20. The next thing that you should know and really consider is, which will also help you about the time, is this $1,000,000 question. A lot of people are asking whether they should read the text first or the questions first. Let me tell you the answer very honestly. There is no reading in IELTS exam. We don't have time to read the text, okay? We're not reading. What we do is skimming and scanning. Two important skills that we will talk about later. So now that we have that out of the way, the question will become, should I do anything with the text first, or should I directly go to questions before even looking at the text? The answer is right in front of you. Look at this text. If the passage looks like this, you see there is no A or B or C. There are no separated sections. It's just a long, complete text. If the text looks like this, you should skim the text first. We will cover skimming later, don't worry about that. However, if the text looks like this with sections A, B, C, D, there's no need to do anything with the text. You can go directly to questions and get ready for the questions. You read the questions, you come back and scan the text. Again, no reading, we don't have time for that. Scan the text based on the skills that I will tell you depending on the question to find your answers. This way you will be able to really, really manage your time. But back to the text that we should skim first. Why we do that? It's a long text, okay? If you go directly to questions, you will feel really lost when you want to find information, and it will take a lot of time from you locating information or kind of be able to get a grip of the passage. So please skim the text first. We will talk about the skimming, don't worry. But if the text looks like this, skim it first. If the text looks like this, go directly to questions and then scan for answers. Just like the listening section, instructions are very, very, very important. Read the rubrics and instructions carefully. As you see, there are some important information here, and for each question, it exactly tells you what you need to do. A lot of times people ignore these, and then based on the previous presupposition that they have about a particular question, they jump right in, and then they feel lost. They have very little focus, and then they end up very confused and they end up guessing the answers, and that's not what we want. If you're guessing the answers just to save time, you have no control on your performance and you have no control of the outcome of your practices and your results. So please make sure that you read the instructions and follow them very carefully, especially for the paper-based students. Remember, you do not have extra time after the test to complete the answer sheet. You have to complete the answer sheet as you go. So if you are sure about the answer, just complete it on your answer sheet. You have the question paper here, and then you have the answer sheet on your right. Make sure that you cover that. If you're taking paper-based tests, I recommend that you do all of your exercises with real answer sheets. So I will put answer sheets in the resources of this session. You can download them, print them, and use them every time you are practicing. This will help you be really, really prepared for the day of the exam. And finally, practice, and expose yourself to a lot of English. Just like listening, reading is a great skill. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to catch up. There's a lot of words and expressions that you can learn and help you improve your performance in the reading section. So I would recommend that you guys start reading. I will put a bunch of good resources as well in this session and also during the course, so you guys can refer to them and use them for your everyday exposure. But if you see something in English, grab it and read it and thank me later. Before we go, our next sessions will be based on question types. So we will cover some of the main types of questions with real examples, and I will tell you how you need to approach them. Remember, if I want to be exact, there are 14 models of questions in IELTS, but they fit into the category of 4 or 5, or as you see here, the category of 9. Everybody bunches them together in different ways, but usually they fit into few areas of either note completion, so there are gaps that you have to complete, or choices, multiple choices that you have to choose from a list, or multiple matching, where you have to match information. But don't worry, we will cover all of these during our next sessions, and make sure that you know the right skills for the right question type. In today's lesson, I'm gonna put a link to a very quick test, so please do it, share the results with me. If you have any questions about the reading sections, about what we covered today, don't forget to ask me in the chat, and I will see you in the following sessions. We're gonna focus on a lot of readings, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching this today, and I'll see you soon.